So, I think one of the things that keeps people from starting an exercise routine is this core belief that you need to be able to do at least 20 or 30 minutes a day for whatever, 3 days a week, 5 days a week. And it's tough, it's tough for people to visualize themselves doing that. So I think it just never happens and we just quit prematurely. But, what I tell my clients is, try to start small, and then see if you can just build off of that. So even if it's just 30 seconds doing something, that's a good place to start. But let's focus in on trying to build up to 5 to 6 minutes of doing some sort of a set routine and then, see what you can do to build from there. Again, it doesn't all need to be at once, just kind of intersperse things a little bit throughout the day. So this first set we'll do is just going to be on some basic core strengthening exercises. Some of the exercises come recommended from a spinal researcher, physical therapist named Stuart McGill, and I think I'll just close with a basic Pilates exercise as well. So, right, first exercise we'll do is just how he would organize it would be a modified curl up. So you would take your hand and you block the curvature of your lower back, right? So you would exhale, brace your spine, and then just lift up a little bit. So I meant to say brace your abdominals. So you get these muscles to contract while you have the spine supported, and through McGill's research, he showed that this produces very little stress on the spinal structures, including the disc. So, do this perhaps five to six times, holding for 5 to 10 seconds. Right. So the next variation would be a side plank. Right. So that's gonna get your obliques. If you're much stronger, you can go into a full plank, but it's a good place to start just on your knees. And for those of you who have shoulder issues, which is probably a lot of you, just do a modified version like this, right? So where you're lifting both legs and the upper body, right? So that's going to get right into the obliques and you'll feel the core and some of the back musculature contracting, as well as the buttock and the inner thigh of the other leg, right? So again, 5 times, hold for 5 or so, and then move on to the next exercise. Right, so the next exercise is going to be on your hands and knees. Right, so you could start just by lifting one arm. Right, so that's going to engage your core and your back muscles. Right, here we're going for spinal stabilization. Right, so then I could just do the legs, but I'm just going to go right into the arm and the opposite leg. 5-second hold. Either alternate, right, or do the same side 5 times, hold for 5. Right, so then we'll close with just a basic Pilates type curl up. So I'm gonna start with this knee bent, right? So here I'm gonna be pulling this leg up. So I'm engaging my hip flexors a little bit. And what I'll do is I'll apply a little bit of pressure to engage my chest and my shoulder blades. Right, I'm gonna consciously pull my lower abdominals towards my spine, like you're zipping it up, scooping in the belly. Then you'll exhale and you'll lift up like that. Right. So once it's up here, your belly should not be pooching out. Right. So you can just be holding that position. Right. If it's too difficult, you could do it like this. Right. Or you could just do something like this as well. And if it's not difficult enough, right, you just straighten the other leg. Right. So you just hold it up there. Again, 5 times, hold for 5 or so. So if you just did a combination of these, you could do 1 or 2 of them and spend about 5 to 6 minutes on it, or you could do all of them and just break it out so it's 5 to 6 minutes. That would make a huge difference just on your overall core strength, and it's the quickest way to, apart from grip strengthening exercises, core strengthening is the quickest way to get stronger. So I really encourage you to get into some sort of routine where you practice these exercises.